Hey guys, welcome back. Today we discuss The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 7, Chapter 15, The Believer. The scene opens with Marshal Dune and crew picking up Mayfeld from the scrapyard. His importance to the mission stems from his Imperial past and his knowledge of their codes and protocols. The objective here is to gain access to an internal Imperial terminal so that Mayfeld can get the coordinates to Moff Gideon's cruiser and the whereabouts of the child. This requires infiltrating an Imperial base, and Mayfeld happens to know of one on the mining planet of Morak. Not trusting Mayfeld to go in alone, Mando is the only one in the crew who wouldn't raise any red flags, but this also means he'll have to compromise his values, changing out of his Mandalorian armor to pass as one of the Imperials, donning a transport trooper's helmet to hide his face. Fett and the ladies stay behind to provide cover, and a buddy cop comedy sequence ensues with the two bonding as they hijack a transport truck carrying a valuable and highly explosive fuel known as Rhydonium, and then they successfully face off against pirates set on detonating it. In a way, this is yet another compromise, which Mayfeld points out, as these so-called pirates, as Bo-Katan's crew recalls, could very well be the good guys in all of this. We're all the same, he reminds Mando. Everybody's got their lines they don't cross until things get messy. Once inside the base, we learn that in order to access the network, the terminal has to scan your face. Once again, Mando's values are compromised when Mayfeld is unable to assume the task for fear of being recognized by his former commander sitting only a few feet away. This forces Mando to finally reveal his face in order to gain access to the information he needs to save the child. Just as the commander Valen Hess, played by Richard Brake, approaches, Mayfeld swoops in to save the distressed, mortified Mando from questions he can't answer. As it turns out, the commander only recognizes them as the troopers who saved their payload and asks them to join him for drinks. During the drink, they engage in a discussion that leads to talk of the Empire's atrocities. Hess then boasts about what they've done, and this stirs something in Mayfeld, a conscience perhaps, leading him to shoot Hess, initiating their escape. On the way out, he blows the refinery, which gains the respect of the crew, specifically Dune and Mando, who decide to let him go, saying, well, it's too bad he died in the explosion. The final scene is a transmission from Mando to Moff Gideon, mirroring the message from Gideon. It is absolutely to be taken as a threat that he's coming and he's going to get his son back. Now, this episode wasn't one of the best. So much is unexplained, such as how Mando would know how to operate the terminal, or why the scanner only excludes outlaws from accessing what should be highly classified intel, instead of literally anyone who isn't an employee or of a particular clearance level. But this is consistent with the kind of writing we get from this series. Shortcuts and leaps of logic take the place of good storytelling. The one thing this episode did do well was further develop Mando as a character and finally make him the focus of his own show, albeit relying heavily on emotion to accomplish this. The title of the episode is The Believer, and that likely references Mando himself, the Believer, a child of the Watch, a religious zealot who, when it comes to Mandalorian customs, never bends, never breaks, except in this one instance, to save his child. Some might argue that the depth of this relationship is a bit abrupt, but I disagree. From the moment Mando and the child met, you got the sense that he felt a bit protective of him, and that bond culminated in the gut-wrenching episode with Ahsoka, where you could tell he wasn't ready to let Grogu go. I can believe he won't let anything or anyone stand in the way of getting him back, and I'm interested to see how he does it. But hey, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.